There's a silent reason why some people escape average while others stay trapped in it forever. It's not talent, it's not luck, it's not intelligence. It's something invisible, something they understand that most people never do. Two students sit in the same classroom, same teacher, same books, same time. But 10 years later, one lives with freedom, control, confidence, and the other lives in quiet frustration, constant stress, silent regret. What changed? Not effort, not opportunity, but focus. Because one of them discovered a rule so powerful it quietly controls your health, your money, your happiness, your future. This is the 80-20 rule, and once you see it, you can never unsee it. In the late 1800s, an Italian economist named Vilfredo Pareto noticed something strange. 80% of Italy's land was owned by just 20% of the people. At first, it seemed like coincidence, but then he saw it everywhere. 80% of results came from 20% of causes. This wasn't just economics, this was life. And today, this same pattern controls you, whether you realize it or not. 80% of your happiness comes from a few meaningful things. 80% of your stress comes from a few wrong choices. 80% of your success comes from a few daily habits. But here's the painful truth. Most people spend their life focusing on the useless 80% and ignoring the powerful 20%. This is why they stay stuck, not because they can't win, but because they're fighting the wrong battles. Imagine an average student. He studies 8 hours a day, reads everything, highlights everything, memorizes everything, but forgets most of it. And then there's another student. He studies less, but understands more. He focuses only on the most important concepts. He asks, what is the 20% that will give me 80% of the results? This isn't laziness, this is intelligence. Science proves this. Your brain has limited energy. It consumes about 20% of your body's total energy even when you're doing nothing. This is why your brain hates wasting effort. Your brain rewards efficiency, not busyness. When you focus on fewer meaningful things, your brain builds stronger neural connections. This process is called neuroplasticity. The more focused the effort, the stronger the brain becomes. This is why focused students outperform busy students, not because they work more, but because they work smarter. Your brain runs on dopamine. Dopamine is the chemical of motivation, not pleasure, motivation. And here's what most people don't know. Dopamine increases when you see progress, not when you see activity. This is why scrolling social media for 5 hours feels empty, but achieving one meaningful goal feels powerful, because your brain says this matters. When you focus on the right 20%, your brain rewards you with motivation, confidence, energy. But when you focus on meaningless things, your brain punishes you with confusion, fatigue, procrastination. This is not weakness, this is biology. Your brain is designed to reward what matters and punish what doesn't. Mental strength isn't about doing everything, it's about ignoring most things. Look at Sigma personalities. They don't chase everything, they choose carefully because they understand something most people don't. Not everything deserves your energy. For example, 80% of your stress comes from a few toxic people. 80% of your distraction comes from a few bad habits. 80% of your self-doubt comes from a few negative thoughts. If you remove just these few things, your entire life changes. Not slowly, but immediately. This is the power of elimination, not addition. Sigma minds don't just add good habits, they eliminate useless ones. But there is a dangerous side to this rule, side nobody talks about. If you focus on the wrong 20%, you destroy your life faster. For example, if your 20% focus is comfort, entertainment, distraction, your life will reflect that. You'll become average without realizing it. Because the rule doesn't care if your focus is good or bad, it only multiplies what you focus on. This is why some people become powerful and others become weak. Same rule, different focus. An average man wakes up, checks his phone, scrolls, wastes energy, avoids difficult things, and tells himself, "I'll start tomorrow." But tomorrow never comes because his 20% focus is comfort, not growth. Now imagine another man. He wakes up, he focuses on his health, his purpose, his discipline. Just a few things, but he does them daily. Slowly, his brain changes, his identity changes, his life changes. Not because he did everything, but because he did the right things. Your brain has something called the reticular activating system. This system filters your reality. It decides what matters and what doesn't. When you focus on meaningful goals, your brain starts noticing opportunities, resources, solutions. But when you focus on distractions, your brain notices more distractions. Your focus shapes your reality. This is not motivation. This is neuroscience. You become what you repeatedly focus on. Because average people chase everything. They chase motivation. They chase shortcuts. They chase approval. But Sigma minds chase clarity. They ask one question, what actually matters? And then they ignore the rest. This is why they move differently. They don't waste energy proving themselves. They invest energy building themselves, silently, patiently, powerfully. Your life doesn't change when you do more. Your life changes when you do less, but better. When you focus on the right habits, the right thoughts, the right actions. Your brain adapts, your confidence grows, your identity evolves, and suddenly you're no longer the same person. Not because of motivation, but because of focus. One day, everyone realizes the truth. Some realize it too late, after the damage is done, after the regret is permanent. And some realize it early and quietly change everything. The difference isn't intelligence, the difference is awareness. Right now, your future is being shaped by what you focus on daily. Not next year, not next month, today. Your habits are voting. Your thoughts are voting. Your actions are voting. The question is, what are they voting for? Average or powerful? Because the 80-20 rule is always working, always watching, always shaping. The only question is, are you using it or is it using you? If you understood this, you've already separated yourself from most people, because awareness is the first step of transformation. Comment below Sigma 20 if you're ready to focus on what truly matters. Subscribe to Sigma Flow, because here we don't follow the crowd, we disappear and build power in silence.